everyone, and welcome to Take a Sip, the YouTube show about everything SIP. My name is Meaghan Morris. I'm the Senior Associate here in the Community Investments Program. And in honor of October being the scariest and spookiest month of all, I thought it might be nice to go over something that may be a little scary or daunting for some new or old grants coordinators, the grants dashboard. With the deadline coming up for the Beacon, the Gratitude, and the Spotlight Grant on January 17th, 2023, I thought it might be nice to take a tour of the grants dashboard together to get you familiar and help you understand the grants dashboard a little bit more. All right, let's go. So the grants dashboard is located right on the Community Investments Program webpage. You can go to elks.org/CIP, as in Community Investments Program. And if you come to the left, you'll see this drop-down menu with dedicated pages to all of our grants, and then you'll see the grants dashboard here. So you click on that, and that will bring you to your grants dashboard home for your lodge. I chose Pana, Illinois for lodge number 1261 for this little demonstration because they have a little bit of everything going on. So when you come to the grants dashboard, you'll see all of the grants that your lodge is eligible for the year. So they'll also include the deadline for when those grants are due. As you can see with the Freedom Grant, this grant application period had closed. It was in April, so it's no longer open, but it's still here just to signal that it was available for your lodge this year. But if you scroll down, you can see that there's another grant that's available for your lodge. You'll see that the Spotlight Grant is right here. The deadline is in January 17th, 2023, and you're able to resume your application or start it and fill out the application as normal. You'll see with each one of the grants here, there'll be little check marks. So this lodge, for instance, has started their Spotlight Grant application, but they haven't submitted it. Once it has been submitted for processing, there'll be a little check mark right here, and that's how you'll know that it's in our hands and we'll be reviewing it soon. But let's say we've reviewed it and we had some questions about your application, so we sent it back for follow-up. If that happens, your grant dashboard will look like this for your Beacon grant. So it says right here, the application has been reviewed and follow-up is needed. And as you can see, there'll be check marks right here. It's been processed, but it hasn't been accepted just yet. If it has been approved, you'll see a big bolded, wonderful little sentence right here, grant application approved. But if we still need some follow-up on your application, you'll see that you can still resume the application here. If you click on that button, it will send you right into the application. Our follow-up questions that we have will be right there in big black ink, and you'll be able to go over any of the questions that we may have. And so once you've been approved for a grant, like this lodge has been approved for their Gratitude Grant, you'll see if you go to the right over here, there's a section for your final reports. So your final reports are through your grants dashboard. We love to know what's going on with the grant project. We want to see the successes, maybe areas for improvement, and we do need to see the receipts for all of the purchases that were undertaken with this grant project. So in your application, there'll be a section where you put in the end date for your grant project. That date corresponds to when your final report is due. So this lodge put September 30th as their deadline. So that means their final report is due right on October 30th, 2022. We do give a 30-day grace period after that, but let's say, come November 15th, this lodge still needs some more time, just reach out to us. We'll extend that final report deadline for you, no problem. But that is where you are. You just have to click Start Final Report whenever you're finished with the project. You can go through, answer all the questions, submit all receipts, and you'll be all set. But let's say your lodge, you haven't finished the project yet, and you're still a little behind on the final report. What's going to happen is your lodge would be considered out of compliance with us. And so in terms of the grants dashboard, you might come up here and you'll see this big X over your grants dashboard. There'll be this big scary red button that just says that you're out of compliance and ineligible to apply for Community Investments Programs grants. So on your grants dashboard, if you scroll down, you'll see exactly what we need in order to get your lodge back in compliance. So for instance, this lodge is overdue for their 2020 Gratitude, Spotlight, and Beacon grants. We just need those final reports in and approved in order to get them back in compliance. As you can see, this lodge started their final report for the Gratitude grant, but they haven't submitted it just yet. So you just have to go in, resume the final reports, submit it over to us. You'll get a big, nice arrow right here on your submitted to signal that it's been submitted by us and up for review. And we'll get you in compliance and able to apply for grants for this year. Overall, you can do other really great things in the grants dashboard as well. So if you want to see your prior year applications, you can go through and see all of the grants that you received in the prior years. Let's say you heard that your lodge next door to you has done some really great things. You go up into your grant history, you select a state, you can go to Alabama, you pull up Coleman, and then you can see their applications and all of in past years. So let's say you just wanted to get some more information on some great grant projects that have been approved in the past. That's the way to do it. But that's our little tour of the grants dashboard here. I hope that was informative for you. We didn't want to take up too much of your time. There's always more to dive into in our webpage and through the Community Investments Program. If you have any questions or if you have any ideas for grant projects, you're not sure if they will work, if your lodge is out of compliance and you want to get back in compliance by the end of the year to apply for grants this year, please reach out to us. We are so happy to help you get back in compliance, answer any questions you may have, celebrate the successes of your grant program, anything. So again, this has been Meaghan Morris with the Take a Sip, and I hope you have a wonderful October, happy Halloween, and a great rest of the year. Bye.